Well, hello everybody, and welcome back. It is 29th of January. It's a nice, sunny, beautiful day. Not very many clouds in the sky. My eyes kind of keep closing because it's bright. The sun's right there in my face. But we're just chilling out here, me and the dogs, laying in the grass and just kind of relaxing and soaking in the sun before we go back inside and do whatever we were doing before. But I figured let me step outside and talk about some news and events that happened last night. And it kind of got me thinking, and I wanted to share my thoughts on it and maybe help others that are in this predicament as well. And I know 10 years ago, this would have been a major impact on our lives. And now I know we're okay. We can make things work. And last night, there was an executive order or something that came out last night, basically asking all the federal employees if they would like to retire. They're trying to do a mass resignation of the federal employees. And I don't know all the details because I'm not a federal worker. My wife, she's federal. So we will see later tonight and whatever discussions they're having to figure this out. But, you have till February 6th to respond to this email to saying that you're going to resign. And you get to keep your pay and benefits and stuff till September 30th, right? Oh, that's good. That's good. The order was kind of worded weird, which has a lot of people kind of questioning that aspect of it. It seems... it's not like a typical, not like a typical letter that anybody would write. I don't know. It's just kind of mysterious. I don't know. So a lot of people are kind of questioning that, but that's kind of speculation. But like I said, if this was 10 years ago, and it happened to me or my wife, that could be a big problem. We weren't nearly ready to lose a job or position. We were always, have that threat, especially the job I was in. Contracts renewed every year, and you didn't know if you had to go to a new company or what every year. Year to year. It caused a lot of stress, and I think. If it happened, if I did lose a job for whatever reason, it would cause a lot of stress on the family. The stress, knowing you don't have enough money to maybe cover expenses or I don't know if it was that, I can't remember that far back how our finances were really. But knowing that I needed to find a job to provide and support the family, knowing that we didn't have much saved up or hardly any money that I could just pull from savings and say, okay, I'm okay for a month or two. We were still working on that. And I think a lot of people might be in that position. There may not be a lot of people that are going to accept this and whatever. Who knows? We don't know what the future holds. But, me and the wife were talking last night, and if she decides to just be done with this and let's move on to the next chapter, then that's going to set a whole lot of other emotions in motion, I guess, whatever. But it kind of gets you thinking okay, well, we were looking at leaving here in about 5 years. But if you do this is going to happen this year. What do we do to prepare? And then you start thinking about downsizing. Do we stay in the house? Do we sell everything and move into an RV or something? And who knows? There's a whole lot of gamut. And if we're thinking this way, there's going to be the same thing for other folks. And if you're not prepared for layoffs, furloughs, being asked to resign and stuff in this way, this can open up a lot of gamut of emotions and uncertainty and stress in your life, not just for you, but your family and everyone around you. And it's probably a good time if you're not, or even if you are, to reflect. Can you survive? What precautions do you have in place that will make this transition in your lives better? You have emergency funds? Do you have savings accounts? Do you have something that you can pull money from, or whatever? How will you recover? Do you have insurance that will cover your mortgage or your car notes in case you lose your job? Those are things that, we didn't never think about. I've never had insurance. I'm like, I'm never going to lose my job. But luckily we never did. But it's now you look at this, and a lot more people are being laid off more and more in the last few years. Is this something that's worth to have on your plate? Loss of work insurance. There's a lot of cuts and there's a lot of changes going in this administration. Rather you agree or disagree with it, I'll leave that up to you. But it affects all of us, one way or another. And the one, if you don't think it's going to affect you, you're highly wrong, I think. But being prepared for events like this is important. And I don't think a lot of people really plan for things like this. And this has nothing to do with being retired or working towards retirement. This is just being prepared. And if you're not prepared, then you're going to be in a lot bigger of a struggle than the folks that are prepared. We've always been told, hey, prepare yourself for, when you don't have water, hurricanes, tornadoes, disasters, and stuff like that. But we don't really think a lot about preparing for a loss of work or COVID or things like that in that nature. And, if you're not, it's definitely something to think about. I think a lot of the folks that do the crazy puppy, I'd hate to have to say this, but the doomsday preppers, they got something going. They're thinking somewhat right. Even though I don't agree with all the doomsday preppers, at least they're preparing for something, whether it happens or not. But in this aspect, it's typically money. Money's the big thing. And how can we survive when we don't have anything coming in? So it's just some food for thought, and I figure I share this out with everybody. If you don't have a plan, and you are or not affected by this, it's a good time to kind of reflect and think about what if. And if you are caught up in there, I'm sorry, but start thinking about how can you get past this, and in the future, how can you prevent this from being as big of an issue as it is now. So hopefully that comes across good. It's just on the spot thinking, and just kind of want to self-reflect and share my ideas, my thoughts with everybody. So, but that's what it is. Leave me a comment if you have suggestions and ideas, and what are some of the ways that people are prepared. Emergency funds, or I don't have all the answers, and I don't think anybody has the answers. But sharing is caring, and if you have an idea, somebody else could benefit from it. So yeah, please leave a comment. And I'm going to leave you all. Words are hard, I swear. Word salad. I'm going to leave you all here, and you all take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Later. Bye.